Yeah, so just explaining about for sitting to meditate or to practice sitting, there is still an element of what we're looking at the moment with the autumnal curving over and sort of wrapping ourselves in under a cloak. So we don't want to activate the back muscles that would pull us up or any of that. So you want to have a seat that's elevated enough that you can still feel as if you're just draping a blanket. And if you want to drape a blanket around your shoulders, you're more than welcome. That gives you that feeling of being cocooned, and you've got a prop under your bottom. I'm going to sit back so I can sit on and see what's happening here. So I've got one of these. Sometimes I sit on it the other way around. It depends how tight my hips are or what work I might have done beforehand. I do want to feel like my belly can be nice and big and round coming into this space. And I do also want to feel like I'm just shutting the world out a little bit, but I'm not switched into sleep mode. So whatever height your prop is, it needs to give you the feeling that you're not holding on to your thighs and that your back is not pulling you up. So somehow or other you're going to sit softly in your outer body so that you can remember the feeling of cocooning your spine and your own uprightness and downrightness in the middle. So I'd suggest we start, just because we've got a short session, but I want us to go in through a few cycles this morning just to practice what I have mentioned but may not have done for a while. This I did in the class this morning. As you settle onto your cushion now, just close your eyes and drop as deep as you can, as quickly as you can, into your inner landscape without thinking too much about it. Just close your eyes and go in. And take a breath or two there, just being present to there, this moment, and there. And then gently, softly, just allow your eyes to open a slit or two. So you're not really grabbing on looking, you're just aware that there's an outside space, and take a breath or two there. And then the same thing again, just close your eyes and drop as quickly as you can, as deeply as you can, and stay there for a couple of breaths without fussing. Enjoying the breath. And then softly open your eyes. And don't be pulled out, but just stay there. Taking a couple of breaths, letting the breath become smooth and regular. And then in your own time, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to drop as deeply as you can, as quickly as you can. And start tuning in to the nature of the breath, becoming regular with the breath. Just 2 or 3 breaths, and then softly open your eyes, keeping a count of the breath or aligned with the breath. And then softly, in your own way, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to drop deeply as you can. And feel the breath meeting you there. And in your own way, in your own time, softly open the eyes. Relaxing and catching the breath. And then when you're ready, you close your eyes and carry on in that cycle of softly opening the eyes and softly closing the eyes. Catching the breath. Being where you are. Couple of breaths in with your eyes closed and a couple of breaths with your eyes open. And then when you feel ready, the invitation is to extend. So you double the number of breaths that you're in with your eyes closed and double the number of breaths with your eyes open. So just continue softly opening the eyes, same number of breaths, feeling the breath, softly closing the eyes, same quality of breath. Until you feel that you'd like to stay inside with your eyes closed. And just continue with your count. Same number of breaths, well, repeating the breaths, same rhythm. You can be aware of the memory of outside, eyes open, and you're deeply inside, eyes closed. Just becoming aware of your senses and their capacity to be both outside and inside. Perhaps as you continue, you can turn your hearing gently inwards. And then for a number of breaths, you can gently, softly turn your hearing outwards. And then turn your hearing back inwards. And connect with your sense of smell. Just gently turning the sense of smell outwards. And then returning your sense of smell inwards. And then gradually withdrawing the sense of touch, whatever that means to you. Feeling your way inwards. And feeling your way outwards. And then feeling your way inwards. And remaining. Feeling inwards. Listening inwards. Smelling inwards. Seeing inwards. And if you want to taste your way inwards, if that makes sense to you, then do so. Relaxing the tongue. Regulate the breath. And give one breath to each of those senses in a cycle that suits you. Insight, inward fragrance, inward touch, inward listening, inward feeling. Relax. Just to encourage you to stay with this inward focus for the next while, I will call you back. However, and if your mind starts playing up, just give it the task of the most subtle sense. Turn it outwards and then bring it back in if you need to. For now, just withdrawing, turning all your senses inwards, abiding with the breath. You need to take any last look out or feel out. And I'm going to call you back in 3 or 4 minutes. Now, very gently start to turn your sense of smell towards the outside for a breath or two and then return. Perhaps that includes your sense of taste. Your sense of touch, feeling your body meeting the space outside and the ground beneath, and then sinking back inside with your sense of touch, feeling inwards. Listening beyond the sound of my voice to the sounds in your space. And then turning the sense of hearing inwards. And then finally your sense of sight, just softly opening your eyes. And then closing them again, looking inwards. And taking one final journey around the interior. Drop as deep as you can, as quick as you can. Bowing to that internal space, gently appreciating that inward direction, that inward existence. And then I'll encourage you in your own time to just bow the head, maybe bring the hands to the forehead, stroke your hands across your forehead, onto your head, across your cheeks. Stretching if you like, yawning if you like. Opening your eyes softly when you're ready. And with your eyes open, gently coming for one last moment with yourself. Eyes open, drop as deep as you can, as quickly as you can. Feel the breath in your inner landscape. And then with a nod and a little wave, we can leave behind. And start to face the day. Hope that was interesting. Thank you. See you soon.